Hello everyone, just a quick reminder, you can now support us on Patreon. You can get this show and all our shows a day early, and lots of other goodies by supporting us. If you like what we do, and you want to see us do more, you can find us at patreon.com/StudioOmegaYT. Thanks for your time, guys. Before we get started, I just want to remind everyone that this episode is brought to you by our patrons like Audimus X and Bobby Meow. Thanks for your support, guys.
喜べ少年.
That's right, everybody. Welcome back to Let's Talk Fate Grand Order. I am one of your hosts, Freedom Omega, and with me as always is my co-host, Liberty Lucky.
Am I a pro wrestler now? I kind of feel it.
I mean, hey, I like the alliteration, but we'll talk more about pro wrestling jokes in Anime Power Hour. Because Killing Bites is just pro wrestling. But anyway, yes, we're here. We're here to bring you everything Fate Grand Order, and I didn't put it in because I don't know if copyright stuff, but just go ahead and cue up America, fuck yeah, as your bed music.
Or just anything, like, ridiculously patriotic, maybe a little bit of country.
Yeah. You know, just something America.
America.
Born in the USA.
USA! USA! USA!
Hey, because in case you can't tell, we're going to talk about America and stuff. But first, I want to step down. I want to have a little meta conversation on a couple of things really quick before we get into it. If this bothers you, Future Lucky will have solved this problem for you. Just go down to our description and click our show notes. But at the moment, first off, I did a little social experiment, Lucky. So with our Sync Courts episode, I did not put the Patreon bumper up front because
you didn't.
I wanted to get in and get started, and I also didn't necessarily want to imply that voice was connected to our Patreon or anything, but I left it out. So this episode, I've put it back in, and I'm gonna see what happens with like people's reactions and just our general analytics, because I fucking love analytics. I could literally have an entire show topic about our analytics. But let's save that for maybe a Patreon poll. Because we have to do this now. Because now we have two people at the pollster level. Hey, for as little as $5 a month, you can get into our topic polls and have us decide a topic for an episode of Let's Talk FGO a month. Also, you get access to episodes early. But anyway, our second step is something you were really excited to do. We'll talk about how that happened later, but you finished the graphic design for the Astolfo Pronunciation Guide tee.
Yeah, I did.
And it is now out on Teespring. The link will be in the description. Actually, let me write down the time, and it will pop up right about now. Future me. So, I'll just slide a picture of it in there right there, so you can see what it's like. Pop it in. If I was good at editing, there'd be like a little ding sound or something, but I'm not good. I'm just passable. But yeah, so that's out there. You can get it now.
Support our Patreon so we can get better editing software.
Yeah. If you're concerned about the time limit, don't be. That's just how long before the print run ends. When the print run ends, everybody is charged. We get our money, and they print the shirts and start shipping them. So it is not a limited time shirt, unlike some of our products.
Yeah, and I'm just going to put this out here. It's like, I really wanted to get it out there and get it done because, I want to start pulling my weight around here. But in the future, like, I will be retouching that shirt up and making the design better. So if you get it and you're like, this is a little funky, like, don't worry, it will improve.
Also, Teespring has a full return policy.
Yes, they do. So
if the graphics are like goofed up, well, just return it and let us know, and we'll work on it. Yep. And please buy the shirt. You will make Lucky feel better about himself, and you will make me feel better about myself and this business venture. Also, we have a new mug, Wake Up to the Moon Speak, which took a little bit of engineering, because our Discord now has a terrible habit of just talking through the night, or at least for me the night, while I sleep, so there's like 400 messages, and it's just full of stuff. It frequently breaks down into people just speaking in Japanese.
I'll explain more about that in Meme of the Week.
Yeah, but basically the joke is I always have to get up and scroll back through the messages, and I'm like, God, I need coffee for this. All right, so let's move on, and Lucky, go ahead and fire off our usual disclaimer.
All right, in our usual round of disclaimers, we're going to be talking about past, present, and future events for both the JP and NA. So anyone not wanting spoilers should just go out and achieve manifest destiny.
And of course, we must ask our most important question. Where the fuck is Ron? I saw him on Steam playing Secret World Legends, so something must have updated.
Yeah.
Secret World Legends is Ron's FGO.
Yeah, it is. I actually think he does spend money on it too.
Maybe. I don't know. If I probably missed my winter to get into it a little because I got lots of other shit to do with my life. But had we got into it, maybe we could be doing Let's Talk Secret World.
Hey, I'm still gonna try and convince you to get into to Grand Blue Fantasy.
You're not gonna. I'm not doing it. I gotta live my life. You've already hurt me bad enough by getting into Girls Frontline preemptively.
You sure? They're about to have a Persona 5 collaboration.
I know. I'm still gonna ride it out. I'm just gonna play regular Persona 5. I would spend the money instead to get costume DLCs in Persona 5, which I still don't have. I never tried any of that stuff. Hey, maybe Patreon, give me money.
Yeah, we're totally
don't actually do that because I still don't think P5 allows in-game streaming, which is a terrible shame. Because Lucky and I would totally stream the shit out of that to you guys, even if we've played it like twice.
I played it 3 times because one time I intentionally got a bad end, so I can just start over.
But yeah, no, we're both pretty good at that game. I think I do still technically need to go back to my pre-endgame save and beat the secret boss. Because
there's one secret boss and one not so secret boss, but they're hoopty. Optional bosses.
The one you get a trophy for. Actually, technically you get a trophy for the Reaper too, but he's a weird situational thing. No, if I want to beat the Reaper, I'm just going to exploit him. I'm going to go on flu season and give him disease so he dies.
Dead.
But no, I'm talking about the twins. I need to go back and just, on that save, and just spend my items. Because I didn't do that. And make a serious attempt. Anyway, that's enough about P5. We've literally dawdled about it. Let's go ahead and jump into the actual show. Because this is not Let's Talk Persona 5, but that could totally be a thing. Holy shit, guys.
We might have a Let's Talk Persona when the anime comes out.
Well, yeah, we'll definitely be talking about the anime in Power Hour. So,
then we'll be making game comparisons, so no, it's gonna happen. Just prepare yourselves.
Yeah. But let's check in with everybody's favorite Kohai and get our usual pro tips and tricks.
Senpai, 起きてください.
Yes, it's time for Wake the Fuck Up Senpai, our regular segment for pro tips. Got an interesting one for you today. So I don't think we've covered this before. We may have mentioned summon info, but we didn't really get into it.
Yeah,
but under the gacha banners, there's a summon info tag. There's a little button. You can click it, and you'll be shown all the probabilities for all the various rarities, servants, and CE, and it will show you what is actually in the gacha. It'll let you know if it doesn't contain a limited servant. So, like if you clicked on the Edmond Dantes banner before it ended, it would say it contains Edmond Dantes, and it doesn't contain any of these other limited. So you can look straight at the probability, and you can look at exactly who you're rolling for. It doesn't work for the friend point gacha for some reason. There is also no does not contain warning for story lock servants specifically. They just are not listed, so you have to actually look at who's in it to see if story locks are in there.
Mm-hmm.
But that's our pro tip.
It's useful. I mean, if you want to get in there, crunch some numbers, go right ahead. But sometimes it's good just to reconfirm what you're doing.
Mm. Just to make sure who you're after is in there.
Yeah. Honestly, I made this mistake way early. Like, when they first did the Gil banner, I had no idea what I was doing, so I was just like, hey, I'm just going to roll on this banner. It should work. No.
Nope. You rolled the story. Typical early game problem. Alright. Let's jump to Records from the Throne, our regular achievement topic. I've got a couple of achievements this week.
Yay.
I protected Zerkerlat's helmet, I guess? It's hard to tell if he's smiling. He's very red.
I'm sure he's smiling. Smiling with rage.
Yeah. Also got around to protecting Ushi's smile, because she didn't need horseshoes for this ascension. Goddamn shoes.
So small, so cute, so bloodthirsty.
Yeah, I joked, 5-star Saber Ushi with the rest of her noble phantasms win.
Please, thanks.
She already uses her sword most of the time. She doesn't even use her horse.
So I'm gonna go on with this one, because here's a topic that we don't get to talk about a lot, but, you know, it happens, so it's not all the world's evil, but damn close. This one's mine today. So, in the process of designing this shirt and working on it, I got possessed by an art demon, and I forgot to log in for an entire day. So, rip my 250 plus day login streak. I'm back down into single digits now.
Oh no, how terrible for you.
I don't know.
Oh, I should have put that in a regular achievement topic. I hit 250 logins. Got my 20 quartz. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just, I don't know. It's like I was proud, you know, like I put, like, every day I put a little bit of time of FGO, and then I, like, temporarily lose my mind.
Hey, it happens.
And
or
forgot about
sometimes
it.
temporarily
Like,
you lose your
you can
electricity.
ask Omega, like, I was, like, screaming in the chat about this art.
Yes, no, you were like
About how I wanted to
full-blown
get it
madness,
done.
and you were like, wait, no, is that ribbon purple? Fuck it, take it down, start over. Shit, I already did the layers. Fuck. I just, sitting here drinking my coffee. Yeah.
Yeah, because, like, a lot of the problem is I've never made an image transparent before, so I was basically learning that as I went while trying to get text down, which is really freaking hard sometimes. Trying to do this all combined.
Also, yeah, you did
and
your
I'm
text on, like, a
things
slant, like a
Yeah,
30 or 45-degree angle.
Because, I'm trying to make it look spiffy.
Yeah, I know, it's super great, and it's super fucking cute.
Yeah.
And hopefully we don't get sued.
Hopefully. I said, we'll find out. This is how
Yeah,
we'll
we'll
get
see.
famous. Hey, you heard about those guys that tried to make a shirt and got taken down? We should go check them out. Perfect plan.
There's no such thing as bad publicity.
But, like, yeah, so it's also completely messed up my sleep schedule because I stay, like, usually, like, I work nights, so I usually stay up till about, like, 8 or 9 a.m., then crash, so I can get up around 5 or 6. No, I was up till 2, making sure this shirt got out,
Yep.
and I'm just like,
And now it's the middle
But
of
it
the
got done.
afternoon, and you're here.
yeah,
It's not the middle of the night when
I've-
we're recording
I've,
this, guys.
yeah. It is actually decent. The sun is out. It is shining. I hate it.
Yeah, I don't see... Well, it's overcast here, but I also don't see the sun shining because I have large shades and large curtains for this exact reason. But alright. Yes, that is All the World's Evil. Let's move into Skelligramms, our news segment. So, start with some Japanese. There's a lot of Japanese news, and then there's one big bit of North American news at the end. We'll start at the most clickbaity part. So, Winter Festival had one last batch of gifts. Tencent Courts, there's an announcement for a miniatures game sold separately based on FGO. It has, like, command cards. It has, like, little miniatures of the servants. There will be random pull boxes or something, I'm sure. We don't know any other details because it's all in Japanese, and it'll never come here anyway, unless it will. And also, they announced that the Lost Belts, or basically Part 2 chapters, Cosmos and the Lost Belt, will start rolling out in April, and they're releasing a series of CMs to lead up to it, and we've had our first couple of those already, so including this week and in the next 3 weeks, FGO will be airing TV CMs during Last Encore, which show off 2 servants.
Yep. This week showed off a Saber and Rider, and through a crazy Discord brainstorming, we think we have a pretty good idea of who they are. So we believe the Saber to be Gao Su, who is a high-ranking Chinese general from the Northern Qi dynasty. Basically, like his major things is that he was reportedly to be so handsome or so beautiful that he had to wear a fearsome mask in battle. And his most famous battle was the siege of Jingyong back in like the 6th century. Apparently, he only led like 500 cavalrymen through an army of 100,000 soldiers and fought his way to the gate of the city. His own soldiers didn't even recognize him, so he had to take off his helmet and mask, and everyone was all like, "Hooray!" And if you can see by the image, like the character is wielding a Chinese sword, has a draconic mask that seems like very
golden mask.
Yeah. Yep. And seems to be a very pretty person underneath.
Also, it's
strikingly blue eyes.
As far as we can tell, it's a male character.
Yeah.
But it's a female voice actress, so I'm a lady doing a dude voice.
Mm-hmm.
So we're assuming it's a pretty boy.
Yeah. Yeah, but like apparently he's a I won't say he's like super famous, but he got a fair bit of fame. He has like a dance song. He has like a shrine, like a statue in a shrine. Like all like Chinese nobles back in the day, he was killed by poison.
Yep. All right. So that was that guy. That's Saber.
Yeah,
we have no
Saber.
other clues about what Saber's double phantasm are or anything. Though I should point out, I believe that the character artist for the Saber is the same person who did Pixie Fantasia, which you may have heard of. And this is the first time that artist, who is normally like a Pixiv, like internet artist, is doing like a serious credited commission under that name.
Mm-hmm.
So that's neat. And then writer.
And then
do you want to try and pronounce this?
You
want to
go for it?
Try it?
I'll go for it. All right. So like we're not like 100% sure on this, but like as I said, crazy Discord brainstorming session. We have a really good feel that this writer is Digenus Acritas, aka Basil.
Yeah.
The reason why we think this is one, his skin color. It's darker. It's fairly dark, but it's not too dark. So we started off thinking like he's either Middle East, India, Turkish areas. His weapon is like this was like our big clue, but it's a sword staff, a wooden sword staff, which is but it's exactly how it sounds. But they're basically found in like the Turkish Ottoman Empire era.
Mm-hmm.
And the third thing was his shield, which is a round shield, which we thought was pretty close to Turkish design. And so, like, using all that, we basically dug up this guy. And apparently, like, honestly, like, I'm still kind of surprised because he's a Greek hero. Well, not really Greek, because
we should specifically say the Acritus is the name of the epic. It's or the acritic songs are the style of the epic. Those are Byzantine.
Yeah, which is like post.
Post-Roman Empire Greece.
Yeah. But apparently this guy he's mixed with Byzantine and Arab. So that ticks off the dark skin.
Digenes Acritus means two-blood border lord or like twin-born border guy.
Yeah.
Basically, he has two ancestries and was born on a border.
Yeah. Like, he is, like, the most famous character to wield that kind of weapon. It's like, I really didn't look too far much into other heroes would have it, because I'm pretty sure for, like, such a unique weapon, they would go to the most famous one. Mm-hmm. Well, I shouldn't say me. A lot of this research was done by Optimus X. I just kind of, followed behind him and fact-checked and stuff.
Yeah. No, listen, we happen to have an expert lying around, and then we double-check them, and we're like, yes, I agree with your conclusions. This is totally what peer review looks like.
Yeah. And like as I said, with the shield,
peer-reviewed papers.
And like with the shield and whatnot, and we looked into this guy, and like, yeah, he really seems like he'd be a heroic spirit, because let's see here. The first part really doesn't let's see. His story comprises
I can list some of his epic.
Yeah, you go ahead with that.
So he's got superhuman feats of bravery and strength. He kills 2 bears unarmed. He tears a hind, that's a deer, in half, and slays a lion in a similar manner. He kidnaps the daughter of a Byzantine general and marries her. He kills a fucking dragon. He takes on a group of bandits and defeats 3 of their leaders in single combat. He bangs a smoking hot female warrior, Maximu, and none can match him. And he, having defeats all his enemies, he builds a luxurious palace and retires peacefully. It's fucking great.
Apparently he's so strong that, literally, Death is the only one who can beat him. Not just old age. No, Death has to get up off his chair and be like, God damn this guy. Mm-hmm. And go lay the smack down.
So, that's a real good aspect. I'm a little curious as to what the aspect of a rider could be. But if I'm remembering rightly, there are some concepts of heavy cavalry in that region, mm-hmm. and also there's a fuck ton of animals in his backstory.
There really is.
And riders can be plenty unusual.
Usually writers just have to have some sort of beast with them.
They have to have a mount of some kind.
A mount of some kind, a vessel of some kind.
Or it can be an actual creature. Whatever. I mean, we tamed a dragon, so both of our other... we have 2 other writers who have done that. Master Dragons.
Yeah.
He also apparently used a mountain to jump over Asia Minor.
Yep.
So that's like Ishiwaka and her ability to jump 8 boats, the famous naval victory at Den Norda. So yeah, so that's some speculation we got.
Yeah, I don't know when these servants are actually going to be announced, but when we do, and we're right, trust me, you're going to hear us being all like, we told you.
We called it.
I don't care. I'll do it.
I'll put a phone sound in the episode again. Yeah, so that's our thoughts on that, and tune in next week for even more of this wild speculation. Even though a couple of the servants have already been wildly speculated on from, like, the trailer for Part 2. These are just, like, way cleaner designs. I think people have been theorizing about Gaosu for a while because of the mask.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Alright, that's that. Let's move into why some people are quite so agitated about this subject. Talk about Chaldea Boys Collection 2018. That's the words I'm looking for. So Arthur got a new costume. White Rose. It's a white suit. It's very dapper.
Now your husbando gets even more husbando.
Yeah, it was confirmed that he will have a rate-up. And then there's new CEs, all of which are really quite good. You got, like, your old man CE of all your cool old dudes. You've got some Shota CEs. Got some other guys just hanging out. Good selection as always.
Girls are going wild.
You've got a Arthur and Merlin team-up boy band CE. You know, if you ever wanted to put those 2 together. And you get one for free as usual. And Arthur is our returning limited servant, along with a rolling rate-up which includes Karna, Arjuna, Waver, Ku Alter, Vlad 3, Ozymandias, Enkidu, and Tesla. So there are a couple of story locks in there. And you daily log in for White Roses, which you turn into summon tickets, and on the last day they turn into the unlock for Arthur's new costume. And during this time, Arthur's Trial Quest and the 2017 CEs are available from the Rare Prism Shop. People are slightly bemused, because, while sure, it's great, Arthur gets another rate-up. People were kind of expecting that anyway, because that's how Chaldea Boys worked last time, and how Valentine's worked, and all that other stuff. So, where's the new servant?
Yeah, people were definitely throwing back to Valentine's how Semiramis just came out with, maximum waifu tier.
And also, MHXA got a rerun.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm very coffee
Also
right
maximum waifu tier.
Yeah.
Just in a different spectrum.
So, as horribly mistranslated but hilariously, people are wondering where the new Mackerel is, which is just some way that Google Translate spits out looking for a male servant. So, dudes are mackerels now.
I didn't know that's why.
Oh, did you not
I
pick
just
up
been
on
hearing
that?
mackerel. I'm all like, what is this even? I'm not going to question it. I'll just roll with it. But
No,
thank
it was
Google.
a really goofy Google Translate of some Japanese Twitter.
Good job.
People talking about new mackerel. So, dudes are mackerel now. That is the official canonical shorthand. When we talk about mackerel, we're talking about dudes. So yeah, that's kind of why people are really hoping that both of the servants revealed for Lost Belt are dudes. Because they want new mackerel. But one of them is voiced by a lady, so there's a serious concern. It's a saber.
People say that, but honestly, male characters being voiced by females is not a rare thing.
No, I mean it's actually really common a lot
common.
for androgynous characters or for shotas, young men characters.
Yeah,
which
I think this qualifies in. So
yeah, it's just people are like, but we really want a new dude. Don't screw me on this, especially because, as I also said earlier, the artist is apparently a huge fan of a pretty cure character who is a Buffonin. She's a woman who can pass as a pretty boy. So people are like, oh no, don't do this to me.
I don't know, if they're commissioned, who knows? Because I
I
follow some artists that we say this before. Like we follow some artists, they are not shy about their interest, but it's just like,
No. I follow an artist. Hold on, I don't have Twitter open. I don't know their exact name. I think it's Katsuchin. Because they post a lot of art on the FGO subreddit and stuff. Katsuchin. They're also a freelance artist who does 18+ stuff, so they've got a new eroge coming out, and they're just throwing up sketches and ads and stuff, and you're like, whoa, okay. Your art is really good without that stuff, but hey, sure, whatever. Just make sure we scroll past that. And or even non-18+ artists will just randomly retweet R18 art.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, whoops. Yeah, they just don't care. Good art is art. I'm gonna be honest. I will not be upset, especially since I'm pretty sure there are more male characters in the lineup.
I won't either. We got
it's especially since some people are like, oh my god, we only have one 5-star male saber, which I think is actually true. It's Arthur, by the way, if it's only one. But, we don't even actually know their rarity yet. Because the rarity for the Part 1 trailers, varied from, silver to gold. Because, Ushi was in trailers, Jekyll was in trailers, stuff like that. Darius 3 was a big poster boy berserker. So, yeah, no, there's not necessarily a rarity thing, and, pardon my squeaking chair as I realize that we're in some dents and I try to rearrange it. Still haven't got that WD-40. Well, there's a classic reference. All right.
Yeah.
Anyway,
we got
a lot of stuff to do.
Are definitely
So
starting to feel gypped on the lack of new males.
Yeah, which makes sense. But at the same time, whatever.
I just enjoy it all.
In our
Discord,
hey, whatever, and
in our
we
Discord,
know for sure there are other dude characters to be introduced. We have a sprite for Roland. Yeah. He was in one of Astolfo's interludes. We know what that guy looks like. Whenever they decide to tie into Extella Link, we know what Charlemagne looks like.
There's his Bondo material.
And so on. We know Achilles is out there somewhere. I think his in-game sprite appeared in one of Alexander's interludes. Because in case you didn't know, Alexander is supposed to be descended from Achilles through Neoptolemus. But anyway, like I was trying to say earlier, we've been going on for about 30 minutes, so let's keep moving. We got news to do.
Oh, okay.
Just real quick, Japan also hit 1.2 million Twitter followers. They got 10 sweet coins. Remember to follow the US FGO account so NA players can get sweet rewards. Seriously.
Yep.
They give you reminders about events and stuff, and descriptions, and also we get courts eventually, so do it.
They also retweet sometimes helpful guides and stuff, so,
Yeah. And now, the big one.
But over here in North America, one simple bit of news here, the American how's it pronounced?
Actually, pluribus unum.
I'm gonna mess it up.
I got it.
Pluribus unum? America campaign is announced for to launch 3/15. The pre-release campaign now has its levels to its gold, starting at 3 cent quartz for 15 likes and 5k shares, and totaling out at 10 cent quartz.
Which I think it hit, because a couple days ago it was 700 shares from there.
Yeah. People want quartz.
Yeah, because everybody likes quartz, because they will almost assuredly... Because our second bullet point is that there's going to be a stream on the 14th, which will lead into maintenance, just like with London. I'll watch the stream and record my thoughts, but the assumption is if it's going to be like streams were for the Japan server, that's going to be at least 10 more quartz, maybe 20, that Albert is just going to throw at us. He's just going to throw us some quartz. And also there'll be a couple for maintenance. So It looks like it's a big quartz up. We'll have more details about America shortly, because this is our pregame, because obviously our next episode will be the 16th or 17th. So we'll give you our initial thoughts. Lucky gets to talk about how much he loves Nightingale, maybe. We'll see, because Nightingale's personality is completely different in actual terms than how she is in Prison Tower.
Oh, I know, man. She's like I'm expecting Kuderi. I want her to be very professional, cold, emotionless, but
the
still
Nurse
give
of
me that
Steel.
loving care.
That's one of her skills.
Yep.
All right.
I know what I'm getting into.
And I know what I'm getting into. Looking at the possible summon banners, being like, okay, when's the Mave raid up? What are you gonna do to me, FGO?
Yeah, I don't think we've actually have any news on how the banners are going.
No, they have not announced the banners yet. They'll probably do it on stream because
Right.
they'll start after the maintenance, and then I'm gonna die. I'm gonna be dead. They're gonna kill me. I'm gonna look at my like 7 or 8, well, more like 6 or 7, maybe as high as 8 rolls worth of quartz, and be like, like almost enough to get towards the 10, which would be the statistically you should get an SSR for sure.
Is it 10?
Well, it's a 1% chance, so 10 pulls would be 100 pulls.
Oh yeah, 1% chance.
So statistically, an SSR should be in there somewhere.
Yeah.
But who knows? Anyway, let's jump into Chaldea Free Talk. We had 3 more strengthening quests to talk about. Oh boy, the memes. The memes. So first up, Carmilla strengthened. Carmilla was the assassin. She got another NP upgrade. I think she already had an NP interlude. Gives her a decent increase to her damage and scaling there, and is a small buff to her bonus versus female damage. So now she hits on par with Jack at some levels. I think at like NP1 without any buffs. So Jack has a self buff for a quick up, so she can hit a little harder. But Carmilla is a Buster Noble Phantasm, so that fits more into the meta. So it's mostly about flavor and stuff.
Tasty.
Also, Carmilla heals herself and attack ups herself.
Mm-hmm.
But Jack's bonus damage sticks around for the rest of the turn. So, like I said, it's pluses and minuses. Then Martha, of all people, got a strengthen.
I know some people got pissed off about this, but like I was like,
listen, I do not agree with people who are like, why did you give a blah blah blah? Nobody ever uses a strengthen. That is why strengthen exists.
yeah,
That is why it happens. People are not using this character, and trust us, they know. They know when you're not using people.
yeah.
They have those stats on the server.
Mm-hmm.
So Martha's NP was moved to rank EX. She now does a pinch extra damage and boosts her Buster performance for 1 turn by 20% beforehand. So combined with the 2, she now probably does enough damage to kill hands.
Probably.
Theoretically, you could put her in a chain to like do a little more damage. It makes her better for farming and makes you not cry when she throws it out there as like the first part of an NP chain or something.
Honestly, that's why I use Martha for. I always use her just to start the chain.
Well, yeah, because she has defense down. Oddly enough, I use Altera similarly, though I think her NP hits harder, especially since I've done her NP interlude. But it's just like, no, the start a Buster NP chain with defense down. That's good. That's good civilization.
Yeah, it is.
And then, oh boy, hoo boy, shocking everybody. The mystery 5-star. Meltlow strengthening. Her 3rd skill got upgraded, and it now gives her own NP a 20% boost. Well, I should say, it used to give her own NP a 20% damage boost after a turn had passed, so like it was on a timer. So she would use the skill, and then the next turn you would get the NP percent. Now it just gives her the NP plus for 2 turns, and it scales with skill level, which is way better.
Mm-hmm.
Team Artoria in shambles. The Saltless.
Yeah, people were screaming about like Instinct and how it should be Avalon, and I'm just all like,
well, I mean that's my personal. Whoa. I think that's what they should do.
Yeah, I know, but I was like, I was not expecting like that much of like backlash from people.
Listen, Artoria's on the app icon, and she's stuck in a very mediocre place. She's a very average servant who does not have a good specialty. Because she doesn't have any like special damage traits. Her charisma and mana burst are just generic. There's no additional effects that there are with other servants. Instinct sucks as a skill because of its cooldown to relative star amount. So yeah, no, like people were like, man, she needs a strengthening. MHX and MHXA both have gotten fixes to their instinct, which I think gives them like evades or invincible and stuff. Also, it helps them tank. So I think it would be perfect for Artoria to get like Avalon as a skill, and then it's crit stars and also probably invincible for a turn, and possibly some kind of self heal. Just tank that girl up. Full
I
tank.
think it'd be a heal over time. Be good.
Yeah, heal over time would also work. Like, just like, oh, get like, maybe like starting at like 500 HP or a little less, and then go up to, a couple K maybe at like level 10. Mm-hmm. Just stack it in there. Give her invincible for a turn as just a like whoops button. And yeah, no, she's
about to go down.
But no, yeah. People were a little upset, to put it mildly.
All right, but here's something
our
we're
resident
not upset
Artoria
about.
fan, Camper, was in shambles.
Yeah.
There was much full-blown rips on Reddit. But anyway.
Here's something that people are not upset about. It's America, and we are here bringing you the pregame.
Yeah, I wrote this, like, I think the night after it got announced. Because I just looked up how much quartz I was going to get, and I was like, why the fuck didn't I just write the notes? I'm already looking at all the quests, so why don't I just write the notes?
Yeah, and he did.
Yeah, but Lucky, do you want to read these? Because I've been reading a lot.
Yeah, I'll read these. Alright, so I can't pronounce Latin, so I'm not going to try, but this is the 6th singularity. Most of these quests are going to be taking about 19 to 20 AP apiece, with some as high as 5 pips. So if you want to get through this quickly, you're definitely going to have to spend a few apples.
Or
in total, you're going to be... The what?
I said, or the rainbow apples. Yeah. Please don't do that. That's unless you are a whale or unless you are some kind of large sea creature who does not care about spending money that way. Do not spend quartz for AP. It's bad. It's really bad.
I've accidentally done it a couple times.
Yeah, but for value to reward levels, it's not worth it.
No, it's not.
3 quartz is a servant. Yeah, alright, keep going, sorry.
Alright, but speaking of Saint Quartz, you'll be getting 20 Saint Quartz from story quests. There'll be 14 from free quests, and of course a new Grail. The free servant from the Singularity is Geronimo, who's a rare caster, so rip us.
Geronimo has an infamously bad kit. His 3 skills are Arts, Quick, and Buster Up for himself. And only for himself.
Like, I don't understand
it. It's not a great design.
Does he ever get a strengthening?
No, I don't think so. He also has not gotten a strengthening or anything. So, like, if you come to like him, that's okay. It's just he mechanically has an infamously weird and dumb skill set.
Alright, we just need to take over Reddit with Strengthen Geronimo.
I'm sure people will be saying that after this.
Alright, mobs can get their HP and their levels up there, but they're very manageable compared to most events. But here's an interesting bit. We have a few new mobs, including Mechanized Infantry. They're basically archer versions of the Helter Skelters. They drop gears. Celtic Soldiers, which are, Knight class generic mooks, Saber, Archer, and Lancer. They drop Proof of Heroes. Similarly, Druids are Caster along those lines. Mm-hmm. Now here's where things get a little crazy. We now have Soul Eaters, which are big assassin mobs who drop Black Tallow. That's right, we're getting new Ascension items.
Yeah, all of these following new mobs drop new Ascension items.
Yep. Gazer, an Archer Eyeball, who drops Bloodstone Tears, these motherfuckers. Bicorn, Lancers who drop Warhorse Horns. And Spriggan, a giant saber enemy who drops Spirit Root.
And you will have to fight at least one of each of those in the story.
Yep. Boss levels run upwards of 50 and tend to have 100 to 200k HP, with through the last quest going through several waves of 300, 400, and 500k HP. So, get your stats ready.
It's an endurance run.
Mm-hmm. There are a lot of Lancer bosses, so make sure to polish up your sabers and steal your friend's Okida. There is a question mark boss and some prominent Berserker bosses.
Yeah, so be prepared for that. And if you don't know what the question mark is, I guess you're new and haven't played the other story chapters, but it's that one. It's gonna be that one. It's that question mark.
Prepare for Void Dust.
Yeah. Prepare for Void Dust and plan accordingly.
Your most common ally in this chapter is Nightingale. Yes. With some strong showing from Rama, Liz, Robin, and a few others.
Yeah. There are some missions where you get, like, 6 NPCs as your support selection you can pick from.
I always found that a little weird.
Yeah,
Like,
and then there are others where it's just like, oh, it's just Nightingale. Nightingale, Nightingale, Nightingale.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, so
Nightingale's
she's
in a weird...
Go ahead. I was just going to say that Nightingale sticks with you throughout the story.
Yeah. Nightingale as a character is kind of weird. I mean, she's a support berserker.
Yes, she is a healer who is a berserker.
Yeah.
So how does that shit work? Probably pretty well.
I've heard she does
you gotta
pretty
watch
well
her
in support
damage.
teams.
But yeah, no, she's got the stuff.
Yeah, she works. So don't worry about too much, but it might take a bit of a learning curve. So prepare.
And if that's not your style, if you just don't want to deal with that, after a while, Rama and like Liz or Robin start showing up a lot. Rama, I think, is the second most common, followed by like Liz and Robin Hood, and then some others.
Mm-hmm.
Geronimo is available as a support, so you can see what you're getting into with him if you want.
Oh, we didn't put who should be showing up in the new banner.
It's because we don't know what the banner is.
Huh?
We don't know exactly we don't know for sure what the banner is yet. But the first one should be Nightingale as the SSR. All the new 3 stars, which will include Geronimo, Billy the Kid, who is a great pick if you like quick teams. Pretty good. I can go look it up really quick.
Go look it up really quick. Yeah.
Because we haven't announced the banner.
Let's see here.
Alright, so in Japan, the summoning campaign was raid-ups on Nightingale, 5-star Berserker, Helena, 4-star Caster, Rama, 4-star Saber, and I believe Rama is not a story lock, so hey, if you're looking for 4-star Sabers that are not Dion or Sumanai, that is Rama now, and Geronimo and Billy the Kid are the 3 stars. And we have a couple of new craft instances, of course. Ideal of the Holy King increases your team HP, Record Holder increases your debuff rate, and the Beast of Billows increases your NP strength when you are a Lancer. Also, with this release, we should get the new, I didn't write this down, but we should get the new Da Vinci CE replacing Mona Lisa.
Okay.
Personal training that increases your max EXP by 2% up to 10%. It features a lovely mash art, but that is not the in-demand Da Vinci Workshop craft instance. I think everyone's waiting for Chaldea Lunchtime, which is the Bond EXP one, which is way more important.
Way more important.
Like, it's Mona Lisa and it's Chaldea Lunchtime. Like, it's those are big deals. Mystic Code EXP, Master EXP, whatever. Like, 10% doesn't mean too much in those cases. Nobody really needs Master EXP that bad. But,
I'm feeling it because I've been I've had Tomo Cat since the beginning. She's been either my leader or something in my lineup the whole game. I've just now hit Bond 9 with her. I've still been using her. I still have 290k Bond points to go before I hit that Bond 10. I'm just
yeah, I've got a couple of servants at Bond 7. I think oddly enough, Jean, Kyo, and I think is Lancer Liz at 7. Hey, that makes sense because Jean was my first SSR. Kyo was my mainliner Berserker whenever I needed to just kill things, and Liz was my tutorial 4-star. So yeah, no shit, they're up there.
Yeah,
Mordred is about to break into Bond 6, and I've only had her a couple months, so you can tell how much I've been using her. But
yeah, and I'm just gonna say not all servants have the exact same bond levels. They switch between them, so some will go up further than others. I actually think Tama Mog is on the low, on the high side of bond.
Yeah, the way they preface it is that evil or more unfriendly servants tend to have larger bond EXPs because they're harder to bond with. Whereas your friendly servants tend to be easier. I think one of the lowest friend point tracks is Hans, for some reason. Though I have him about to hit Bond 6, I think, and I just hit Bond 6 with Medea. I'm working on a couple because there's quartz in them, they're servants.
He's literally mining them for quartz.
I think I upped, Saber Lily to, Bond 6, and she spat out, 3. But anyway, yeah, so that'll be the first one, and if we follow the Japanese release, the second banner, which will come after Da Vinci, is just Maeve on Raid Up, and the third banner is Coup Alter and Edison on Raid Up. But we've done different banners in America before, so we don't know.
Who knows? But they should be showing up in some manner.
They will be in a banner. The question is, are they going to follow the Japanese order and be like, okay, banner 2 will happen after this other event and it'll feature just the Servant, and then there'll be a banner 3, or will they just be like, nah, there's just two banners, just, Maeve and Coup together. Like a week after America starts. Suck it up, everybody who's saving for Jalter, and I'll be like, shit, I do kind of want Maeve, but also, I do actually like Jean Alter. I don't just want her because I will combine the two Jeans to cruise control through fucking everything. Though, I gotta be honest.
One of our Discord users was literally, like, getting Jean, like, ruin, like, the game for her to put everything on easy mode.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still dumb about stuff sometimes, so I don't know if it'll be that easy. But, I do actually want to complete my Jean collection. I've got Jean Classic. I want...
Yeah, I do some healthy family shipping with the Arc family, so I want them all.
Mm-hmm. I've already got original flavor. Now I want the new flavor, and then Jean Diet will be free later. It's the seasonal Christmas. And then hopefully this summer they don't announce the summer Jean, but they probably will. And then we'll be like, son of a bitch. But summer in the U.S. will be enough of a problem.
Yeah, it will be.
Also,
and to me, I'm probably just gonna
rolling for Jalter. I don't know for sure. I'm definitely gonna record it. I might live stream it. I don't know. I can do that. I just don't usually because I play at weird times. I might though, so you can see what happens live.
Yeah, it's like I'm probably gonna throw down a little bit of money and roll on the Nightingale because my two big ones that I want are Helena and Nightingale. So
I don't know if I'll throw tickets at the first one or not. I might hold tickets in case of... Only once I'm sure there's not going to be a surprise Maeve will I throw some tickets at Banner 1.
Yeah.
Because I also, not like seriously want, but I'm like, I could use another 4-star caster. Helena's kind of an interesting character.
Yeah, she is. That's why I like...
I like her. I like her
very...
clothes aesthetic.
Yeah.
So I'm like, everybody's like, call the police. I'm like, no, I'm not really in for that. I actually think she has an interesting design. It's just like people probably be like, oh, I'll make a saving for Jean Alter gameplay. I'm like, no, I do actually also... I like her design as like her personality and design as a contrast to Jean, who is a person I really like. I already have one. I want the other one because it'll be
like honestly. I've been looking at like a lot of media. Like having an evil John's actually like not like it's not uncommon. Like you saw
because
Drifters,
hey, fun fact: our good buddy Billy Shakes wrote some plays about Jeanne d'Arc as a witch, which is what she was accused and killed for.
Yeah.
So it's not uncommon. I do like though that Fate went the route that no, the real Jean is literally too pure for that. Gills has to make a fake Jean.
And apparently evil. That fake Jean became a servant. Actually, that's one of the things I find really interesting is through like a combination of interludes, events, and story, Jean Alter has her own story of becoming a servant.
Right. She builds her own identity and then is summonable.
Yeah. Like, cause like in like certain times, like in like it's even like alluded to in like Edmond Dantes' story, because I honestly believe that when he was trying to bring the Lord of Wrath, they were trying to bring Jean Alter, but Jean Alter was like, nah, I'm doing shit.
Well, I don't necessarily think that. I think it was just that was reminding you that Jean Alter is a thing because actual Jean cannot feel. She does not experience wrath. She is 100% not angry about anything that happened to her. That was just what happened. There's nothing to be angry about. You know, she is a literal perfect saint. That darkness does not exist inside her, as proven by Orleans.
Yeah.
If he wanted to, Dantes could have tried to call Jean Alter, but maybe she's not a servant yet.
Still doing all them crunches in hell.
Yeah. She's on Hellcore Insanity. It's like the One Punch Man level. 100 kilometers a day, 100 sit-ups, 100 push-ups, plenty of juice.
Torture the who was the guy who condemned her?
Bishop Dickface.
Yeah,
Magoo.
Dickface.
Bishop Dickface Magoo.
Yeah, but that's that. Yeah. So America, fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's coming. It's gonna be great. We're gonna see new characters. We're gonna see new stuff, new scenes, new bosses.
Like,
we're gonna see if the American populace likes Maeve as much as other people do. Because in case you don't know, Nasu has said flat out that Maeve became his favorite servant. So that's real interesting. I would be interested to see how, because NA does not pull any punches with the dialogue. I'm going to be really interested to see how she is portrayed in English.
Thank you, North America, for not being prude with this, at least. Like, not like some other countries.
Yeah, no, Aniplex isn't holding back.
Yeah. What's the time at, by the way?
We're at just over 50 minutes.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I figure we can do a wrap-up and hit about an hour.
Alright, yeah. Well, let's move on to meme of the week. This one's my idea because... Well...
Because it's your fucking fault?
This week's meme of the week is Omega is asleep. Tangent everywhere. And the wondrous conversations that ensue.
No.
So,
the wonder conversations that ensue, Mr. I can't type.
No, I can't type. I never said I could type. I just, like, smash my keyboard and words happen, and people can, like, you know, usually gather the meaning of what I'm saying. That's a second story, too. But basically, this came about because, like, as I said, Omega's on a day cycle, I'm on a night cycle.
Well, debatable.
Like, honestly, like, between the two of us,
I'm in
one
a
of
different
us
time zone than you.
Yeah, it's true, but it's like you only have a 3-hour difference. Like, I'm the one who literally stays up from, like, 6 p.m.
The way it works out is
9
usually, at least lately, you're going to bed right as I wake up.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I gotta go crash. Meanwhile, Omega shows up and he's like, shit, I can't deal with this. I need to go get breakfast.
Yeah, so, like, between the Discord, like, the two of us, there's usually one of us online at, like, all times. Sometimes both
Which
of
is
us.
good, because we are the only moderation staff. I will be coming back to that in a second. But anyway, keep going.
So, like, the nighttime is my time, and, like, you know, I do my mod thing. I make sure to police things, but I just, like, Omega's a lot more on point on telling people not to tangent. I just let people go. And it's just the point where people was like, "Won't Omega get mad about this?" And I literally took a picture of Araragi Koyomi from Bakemonogatari, from Nisamonogatari, where he's doing the face from the toothbrush scene. Literally, just type in Araragi toothbrush scene. You'll see his face.
Also, just log into
Discord.
I used. It's your little Discord icon right now.
It's my Discord icon. I made it, and I put I memed it. I made Omega is asleep. Tangent everywhere. And anytime people just start tangenting or whatever, I just post that.
Uh-huh.
And I think it's kind of funny. I hope other people laugh about it.
I mean, if anybody asks the question, won't Omega get mad? The answer is no. I mean, you guys know me, right? I joked because I'm trying to get you to watch Voltron. So I joked that I think that everybody in the Discord has automatically declared me to be Space Dad. But I don't actually. I have moderated internet communities before, so the rules are there for a reason, because I know that how communities work, right? I've seen them before, I've been a part of them, I've managed some. Specifically, rule number 2 is try to talk on topic for various channels. But it just says try.
And
like,
for most of us, do take on topic, because here's no...
I don't expect everybody to be perfect, because, you know, it's a text chat, you can get off on a line, but it's like, if for the sake of other users, because we have a lot of lurkers, we have a lot of passive users. I see you guys, I know you're there, I hope you're reading the Discord at least. So, for their sake, because they don't talk a lot, I kind of would prefer if people kept, like, stuff in their channels. So, like, if somebody doesn't care about anime, or somebody doesn't care that Lucky and Audimus are playing Grand Blue Fantasy, you can just mute those channels and not pay attention to them. So I would prefer it if you, like, kept stuff in there. That's why we made Art Dump to be like, don't just spam random images in other text channels and stuff. It's for the user's convenience, but at the same time, because it's for your convenience, it doesn't really matter to me if you guys get it out of hand. It's just, try to remember it's a thing sometime.
Yeah. Well, even when things get on topic, some things get crazy. Like, we had our first Discord cat fight. It was amazing. Like, cause like we do got some girls in our Discord, and they got into it over who was a better king, either Iskander or Ozymandias, and they were going at it, and I'm just all like, I need some freaking popcorn for this. And I'm just like, and this is just happening at like 4 a.m. in the morning. I'm all like, Megan's gonna have to read through all of this, and it's gonna be great. And then kind of sad he wasn't there at the moment, because he'd be throwing in too.
As I did later. Hold on, I'm making sure the mic's picking up my mouse scrolling noise. That happens a lot in the mornings.
Yeah, so like recently we've been leaving like 400 plus messages for like for Omega to read, and I like to remind people to leave like encouraging messages for him, or leave messages him so he can be you'll see them as he's scrolling. Just so we can mess with them more.
I at least skim everything.
Yeah.
Like if it's like a temporary talking point or something, I don't like read too deep, but I scroll through. I see what people say because I'm the admin. And the other thing is, I will say, the only other moderator on the channel is Lucky. So when he is the one making the memes about tangenting, you get the idea. Yeah, no, like the only person in control here is me.
Like I have to tell people, hey, I have told people, like, some people, like, stop.
Yeah.
When things are like getting a little heated, but like other than that, no. And also, like, we're also like messing with Omega, because like I said, like we have the new mug, waking up to Moonspeak. As I said, we recently got someone who's actually from Japan, and actually speaks Japanese in the channel. So like all of us weebs are like, oh, this is our perfect time to get our Japanese on. So
just going there. Sip. Yeah. Okay. What these people talk about in their crazy moon language?
Crazy moon language, and it's great. I enjoy it. I really enjoy our Discord community, and like how it's slowly growing, and yeah,
Discord is great. We've got good integration with the Patreon. We've got good integration with our climbing rank system, as people type and get ever closer to that coveted rare.
I just found out that I do have the permissions to make rolls, and I just might start making a whole bunch of gag rolls and throwing them at people.
Be careful about that. Simp. I will trim if I think you're getting too crazy. Because I'm the administrator and I have the supreme... my role has the supreme power over all roles.
Oh.
At some point, our Discord will probably get big enough that I will have to, like, pick moderators from the community.
Yeah.
But that's the thing to talk about another time. And yes, we love Discord integration. We've got, like... Let's see, 1, 2, 5, so that's like 7, 14. So we got over 20 people in the Discord, not counting us, obviously. Yeah. Or our robot overlords. Mm-hmm. That's our bots that hang out.
One day I will design a FGO bot. Mm-hmm. I'm just still working on learning.
Yeah,
Lucky's doing a lot of things. He has a lot of projects going on. Not enough attention span for them all, though. Rip me.
Gotta know that feel. But anyway, yeah, we're over an hour, so I think we can wrap up. Just think about the Discord. Come, read our rules. We have a lovely welcome post that I hope people don't ignore.
Oh yeah, we recently
actually got
in our Discord. Rules. Yeah, we just recently added our store on Patreon to the welcome rules, so people can find them easier. Because it turns out that people were kind of having a bit of an issue with it. So we're like,
I'm like, okay, fine. You want me to post more links? Sure. I put them in the description of the videos. I put them in the end card. Whatever. Hey, here's more links.
More links. Oversaturation. Oh, I'm gonna say this because I found it hilarious. Like we mentioned that I released, we released a new shirt, and I given it to Omega and told him, just like, you handle this. I do not want to do anything with the shirt anymore. And so he did, and he sent me the link, and like right as he sent me the link, Teespring's like broke down and went into maintenance. So I'm just so like, this is my goddamn fault, ain't it? This is what I do. I design one effing shirt, I get it up, and I just crash here, and like, good job, me, GG, I'm going to bed. That was like my crashing point, right there.
Yeah, I guess we can't check on it. Theoretically, it should be through this link. Also, specifically, if we're talking about merch, the Astolfo Pronunciation Guide Graphic Tee, which involves a lovely silhouette of everybody's favorite trap, and how to actually pronounce those syllables. It comes in a variety of light colors, like white, pink, which is a different pink Astolfo's hair, so they actually do look different, and a light gray.
Yeah. Yep.
But we
I was
also
thinking
come
black, but I was like, I don't know.
It comes in both men's and women's cut T-shirts and a hoodie design, a pullover hoodie, which is
that features the lovely text, Astolfo. That's how you pronounce trap.
Mm-hmm. So now
I'm super proud of this.
Nobody will ever be
Also,
confused how to pronounce Astolfo again. Except Lucky will still screw it up. And do recall, our shirts are out in the wild. So they have been bought by peoples, and they have received the physical product. So they exist. If you want to get in on our branding, you can find people who also watch our shows. And all of that will be available there's a link in the description. Obviously, we've just talked about there's links in our Discord. So next time on Let's Talk Fate Grand Order, probably more new Servant CMs, because they'll be coming out, and America Initial Impressions, and obviously I'll recap whatever they say on the stream. And that'll probably be it, unless something happens in Japan, which it might. I don't know how long Chaldea Boys is going to run. The Lost Ball isn't starting until April, so there's got to be one more Japanese event this month.
Yeah, probably. It's probably not going to start till like mid-April.
Yeah, probably. Actually, hold on. We're here for the news. I'm still on the wiki. I can look up what 18 is. It ends the 22nd, so it will be a late March event.
Yeah.
Also, wow, that's running for like 2 weeks. Or 3 weeks even. It's hold on. 2 weeks? No, 2, because it's the 7th to the 22nd. So it's 2 whole weeks. Wow.
Alrighty.
Yeah, it's interesting that they're making it run so long.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway. So that's the show.
The what?
So that's the show. Let's go ahead and wrap up. So,
alrighty.
If you like this episode, please give it a like. We got a lot of likes on our St. Quartz episode. It was very gratifying to see. We will be sure to have him on again sometime. We have a topic we wanted to talk about for an hour. And of course, if you have any comments about anything we've said, any of your thoughts on Servants, merch, just general comments about the show, whatever, leave those in the comments down below. We love those. And of course, you can go ahead and join our Discord. That's the word I'm looking for. Because we already talked about that. That's a link also in the description. That's your Discord invite, which will take you right to Welcome, which has the server rules and all that other stuff we talked about. And of course, if you are new here and have not already, please subscribe to the channel. It is both very important to the channel and also the best way to keep track of our content as it releases, other than, of course, supporting us on Patreon, where you can get the audio of this episode early and downloadable for as little as $1 a month. And also, you can, if you really want to throw money at us, you can get your name at the front of the episode like those guys.
Yeah.
If you want to go nuts. And shock us, I had to tell Lucky in our mod channel on Discord, hey Lucky, don't do a spit take, but somebody upgraded.
I was luckily only making my coffee at that moment.
I was like, so hold on, but yeah, so that's that. And of course, our patrons also get credited after the episode, so please stay tuned to actually see who is supporting us and all that stuff. And yeah, we'll see you guys for the next episode for more Murica.
Can't wait for Nightingale to heal me with her ampulism.